There was a time when people believed that our oceans were a limitless resource and that they would endure forever, no matter how much life we extracted from them or pollutants we discharged into them. Well, today we know better. And helping us to understand the complex issues that affect our water resources is what San Diego Coastkeeper is all about.
There was a time not that long ago when it was probably safe to say that we knew more about outer space than we knew about our own oceans. And what we've realized is we've just neglected our ocean environment. It's where life started, and yet we just haven't paid attention.
Recent studies indicate that our oceans are in serious decline. According to the Pew Oceans Commission report, what we once considered inexhaustible and resilient is in fact finite and fragile.
In the United States, I think something like 12% of our landmass is protected as open space. It's our state parks, our national parks. In the ocean, it's less than 1% of our ocean is protected.
Since 1995, Coastkeeper has led the charge to reverse current trends and restore our precious ocean ecosystems. Most simply, Coastkeeper works to stop illegal discharges into San Diego's waters and to restore our waterways to health. Educate, engage, and empower the public to play an active role in safeguarding our coast. Promote regional stability through sustainable land use, energy, and water supply policies. And hold our elected officials and decision makers accountable to pro-environment policies. This mission continues today and is more important than ever. Overfishing at sea, overdevelopment along the coasts, and increasing pollution from cities and fields are leading to the decline of ocean wildlife and the collapse of ocean ecosystems. These threats are not going away.
Here we are in San Diego's last commercial fishing port. As you can see from the slips around us, there aren't too many commercial boats out fishing out of San Diego anymore. This is emblematic, really, of the problems that have happened worldwide, where fishing has essentially stalled because of our overfishing, because of the contaminations of the seas, we think now, and because kind of a collapse of an ecosystem.
As our coastal areas become more and more developed, paved areas replace natural vegetation. These paved areas become both repositories and channels for oil, grease, and toxins to flow into coastal waters. According to a National Academy of Sciences study, it's estimated that the oil running off American streets and driveways and ultimately flowing into the ocean is equal to an Exxon Valdez oil spill every 8 months.
Throughout the year, you'll see these storm drains carrying pollutants, carrying toxins, pesticides, bacterial waste, pet waste, oils and greases, and on to our waters untreated. Those storm drain systems come here. All the waste that we generate that hits our streets, that hits our storm drain system, ends up in our bays, it ends up in our ocean, it ends up in our waterways in San Diego.
We have used our ocean as a trash can, as a sewer pit, and as a place to just dump everything we didn't have any use for. And it has had consequences.
Old, polluting power plants are among the biggest contributors to the decline of our ocean health.
Right now, energy is one of the biggest killers of our ocean. As a matter of fact, power generation, power plants have now surpassed agriculture as the largest single user of water in America.
San Diego has 3 power plants, South Bay, Encina, and San Onofre, that take in a combined 3 billion gallons of water every day through what is known as once-through cooling systems.
At San Onofre alone, in the last couple of years, we've had massive fish kill incidents. We had an incident a couple of years ago of sardines where 7 tons of sardines were killed getting sucked through the system. And we had a second incident of anchovies where 5 tons were killed in a single incident just in 2005.
Coastkeeper has been diligently working to promote clean, renewable, and secure energy supplies in San Diego.
And in the last year, the State Lands Commission and the Ocean Protection Council have both passed resolutions calling for the phase-out of once-through cooling technology in favor of cleaner, more renewable power sources and power generation in California.
Coastkeeper's volunteers don't mind getting their hands dirty to reduce the scourge of trash. At twice-monthly cleanups and large-scale events like Coastal Cleanup Day, Coastkeeper engages more than 6,000 volunteers who remove 200,000 pounds of debris every year from our local beaches and inland waterways. Much more than just an eyesore on local beaches, trash and debris is a major factor in the declining health of our oceans. Cigarette butts are the most common form of litter on beaches. In the U.S. and throughout the world, they make up 40% of all the trash littered on California beaches. It's important that our children understand how they can help change these trends and improve our marine systems in the years to come. That's why Coastkeeper reaches more than 20,000 children every year with our Project Swell, pollution prevention curriculum, and hands-on education programs in local schools. Coastkeeper also makes a difference with our advocacy campaigns. As a result of our litigation and advocacy campaigns, sewage spills have been reduced by 84% in the city of San Diego.
As recently as 2000, San Diego was averaging a sewage spill a day, meaning that sewage wasn't even getting to this facility for treatment, but was instead getting spilled into our creeks, into our bays, and into the ocean. We had massive spills into Adobe Creek, 34 million gallons, into Mission Bay, 5 million gallons. And what it was resulting in is massive beach closures. In 2000, San Diego actually led the nation in beach advisories. We were able to reach a settlement that in that time, in the last 5 years, has required the city to invest almost $250 million in our sewage collection system. We've had, over the last 5 years, an 84% reduction in sewer spills and a 75% reduction in beach advisories, largely as a result of our settlement with the city.
For more than 10 years, San Diego Coastkeeper has been making a difference, pushing for changes that are good for people everywhere, not only those of us who live in Southern California. We know that our success would not be possible without the help of people who care. We want to say thank you to all who have contributed to the efforts of San Diego Coastkeeper throughout the years, knowing there is still much work to be done to reverse the effects of decades of pollution in our oceans and coastal waters. Through these efforts, and with your help, Coastkeeper envisions a San Diego that will one day be known as America's clean water capital.